please stay safe. Don't fuck yourself up. Don't add to the wave of coronavirus. Don't destroy and loot shit. Do peaceful shit. Who the fuck am I? Don't listen to me. You do whatever the fuck you want to do, guys. Just listen to this podcast and be safe.
Well, if they're listening to the podcast right now, then they're obviously staying safe.
No, you can pop in a pair of earbuds as you're looting and fucking breaking.
Oh, please. If any of you are listening to this podcast right now while you're protesting, comment below. Let us know. I would love to hear it.
You can get at us at movie_toast on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, wherever the fuck you want to talk to us.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Doom, 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 doom.
You guys closed out the show really well. I'm happy with this tonight.
That was great.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Movie Toast podcast. This is going to be our weekly reviews episode. I know the world out there is a little crazy, and it seems like maybe watching movies or making a movie podcast ain't that great. You know, Los Angeles, where I am, has gone full 1992. But sometimes watching movies is a great escape from all of the problems of the world. So we're just going to carry on and hope you all stay safe. I'm here with two of my co-hosts this evening, Tommy.
Hello.
And Adam.
It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah, I'm
Likewise.
Under curfew and quarantine.
Double
A
whammy.
twofer. Up
Yeah.
here in Northern California, we just have the quarantine shelter in place. Knock on wood. No curfew yet.
I had to run out at 5:45 and buy like a gratuitous amount of Jack in the Box to get me through the night.
I will say this, though. The local Target in my hometown closed down because of all the riots that are happening in California.
Can't blame them. You got to play it safe.
I
Yeah.
heard that Target closed down like 200 stores around California. But
Well, I mean, Target's in their name, so, you know. No, we're just kidding, everybody. We're actually Movie Toast, and I'm sure you're tired of hearing about the riots, so we'll stop. So, Adam, did you see anything this week that'll bring a smile to our faces?
Well, I don't know if it's going to bring a smile to anyone's faces. I saw a movie that a lot of people kind of hate it, but I really enjoyed. It's a movie starring Kamal Nanjiani and Issa Rae, directed by Michael Showalter, called The Lovebirds. It was supposed to come out in theaters a few weeks ago, but since this pandemic hit, it hit Netflix exclusively. So this movie is about a couple. We meet them on their first date, and then we cut forward a few years to their very moment they break up. When they break up, they're driving in a car, and the moment they break up, you think things can't get worse for this couple, but it does. They hit a man on a bicycle, and they get out, and they're freaking out because they're worried about the guy. The guy's not worried about being hit. He's riding away from someone. He's like, I gotta get out of here. Don't worry about me. So he gets away. And then another guy runs up to him, and he's like, I'm a cop. I need to commandeer your car. We got to catch this perp. And they're like, yeah, fuck it. Let's go get this guy. And it's pretty action-packed. And then the cop catches up to him, and they're like, oh, he's not slowing down. Boom! He fucking hits the guy on the bike. You think, okay, that's it. Nope, he reverses. He goes back. He reverses like 3 times. He runs over this guy. And then this guy fucking runs away, and you're like, is that guy a cop? Did he just murder him? What's going on? And that's what's going through this couple's point of view. They're not sure what the fuck just happened, but a fucking hipster couple comes around the corner and thinks they murdered this guy, and they're calling the cops to fucking say, hey, we just witnessed a murder, even though they weren't even there for it. And they end up giving their names up. They leave their car there. They just run away. They flee. They're like, fuck, we got to clear our name. So they want to find out who the guy on the bike was, who the murderer was, and they don't want to get arrested. Oh, man, I love this movie, guys.
Really?
It's fucking wacky. It's out there, but it's really fun and entertaining, and it's under an hour and a half, and it hits like a freight train. The jokes are awesome. Everything just hits on all levels for me.
Sounds like a nightmare, but you're convincing me to go watch it anyway.
If you got an hour and 27 minutes, why not?
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Everybody knows this song. That was Mozart.
So musical tonight, Tommy.
Yeah. Well, actually, the music thing ties into the Oscar-winning movie I'm reviewing called Amadeus.
This is one of those movies that is like memed and referenced to hell, but I've never seen it.
It's about the life, the success, and the troubles of one Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. But what's really cool about this is it's told by one of his peers named Antonio Salieri, played by F. Murray Abraham. So he plays Antonio Salieri. Antonio Salieri was a fellow composer and was insanely jealous of Mozart's talent. He made a pact with God and he said, please let me share with the world my music. Please just give me the ability. I want to be your hand. So then when he met Mozart and listened to Mozart's music, Mozart as a person was vile and crass and just degrading to women, just everything opposite. And he's like, why would God choose this man instead of me? And so that was what started this feud between the two of them, was that Salieri was angry and bitter towards God because he chose Mozart to be his tool.
I wonder how much this is like fictionalized in history.
It's been written about before that there was a book that talked about that idea, and that I think Salieri told people that towards the end of his life. If there's actually any fact to it, Mozart never talked about it or wrote about it in any of his journals or anything like that. Automatic green light.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds like one of those period pieces that's slow to me, and I want to enjoy it. Is it slow or is it?
It's not slow.
Tommy, do you got any tidbits for this movie?
I do.
Something to whet our palate, get us more interested.
So there's a scene later on towards the end of the movie. It's not. This isn't a spoiler, but Salieri is writing down the death mass under Mozart's dictation because Mozart is too ill to be able to write the stuff down himself. So Salieri is kind of like, he's kind of playing both sides. And so he's like, well, let me write the music for you. You dictate it and I'll write it down. And Mozart looks at him, he goes, oh, you'll do that for me? Really? And he's like, yeah, of course. We're buddies and I'll do that for you. So during that scene, Tom Hulce, who plays Mozart, deliberately skipped lines to confuse F. Murray Abraham in order to achieve the impression that Salieri wasn't able to fully understand the music being dictated.
That's
genius. It's a very powerful scene because, Salieri is basically writing the death mass that Mozart's being paid to write, and then it ended up being Mozart's own death mass when he died. Pretty crazy, huh? Another one, F. Murray Abraham learned to read and conduct music for his role. I'm pretty sure Tom Hulce did the same thing because they killed it when they're up there and they're, conducting the orchestras. And
I was about to say, what you're doing right now is perfect for a podcast.
Yeah. If you can't see, Tommy waved his arms around
like a conductor on a mission. No, so the last one I'll give you guys, this one's a really cool one. This is for more the music people out there, but the several professors of music stated after studying all of the musical keys that were struck on pianos throughout the film that not one key is struck incorrectly when compared to what is heard at the exact same moment. So in other words, what you see in the film is exactly what you're hearing.
And you don't get that normally. You normally get like cutting away to hands and cutting back to the head.
And as a musician, I'll tell you right now, when I see that in a movie, it takes me out of the movie if it's done incorrectly. So when you're seeing exactly what you're hearing, it's nice. It's nice to know. It's nice to see it.
You think
very, very, very good movie.
You know what something like that, Tommy, you're talking about that's always taken me out? This is going to be on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go for it.
Yeah.
You know Michael J. Fox in the first Back to the Future when he's playing the guitar?
Johnny Be Good?
Johnny Be Good. The beginning, I can never tell if he's actually playing the guitar. I mean, at the end when he does like ridiculous crap, I can tell he's not. But
right.
It takes me out of it. Just
well,
like you said.
I heard a rumor that he actually did play the guitar. He knew how to do it, so it's very possible that was part of that. Some of that was him playing it.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's half and half because like he plays it behind his head and stuff, and he's like spinning around. And
that
when he does that, I can tell
that he's very good at guitar.
I'm pretty sure that's not him. But
no. But anyway, sorry.
Well, and here's another thing, because we're all very aware of how films are made. I'm sure that he's actually like when you hear the I think he's actually doing that because it looks like he's actually doing it. But we all know that they probably did a ADR type.
Shut your mouth. You don't talk ill of Stuart Little.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's Les Miserables from 2013 where they did everything. No ADR.
Or Cats. Meow, 2019.
Don't talk about Cats.
I didn't tell you how I got drunk and watched that movie, man. I should have reviewed that.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I rented it a couple of weeks ago and got drunk, and I was all over the fucking place with emotions of lostness. Lostness. That's a word I just made up.
Lostness. I like
when
it.
I watched it, you hadn't seen it.
Saw it probably like a month or two ago.
Well, I'm going to take the last 10 minutes we got here to go ahead and do my movie review if you guys
go for it.
Want to hear what I have to say about what I watched.
Yes, please.
So you guys, on the audience at home, I'm going to hit you with a red light here. I'm just letting you know. And I think, you should go watch Adam or Tommy's movie this week, or, just roll the dice. Because this one I wanted to like this movie so much. I watched Inheritance.
Oh, you're killing me, man. I wanted to see this shit.
I wanted to watch it. It's for the 2020 Inheritance, starring Lily Collins, Simon Pegg, and Patrick Warburton.
Oh, that cast is amazing.
Not the 2013 Inheritance or the 2007 The Inheritance or the 2003 The Inheritance.
There's a lot of inheritance.
This is the 2020 Inheritance.
Good to know.
That cast, I mean, Lily Collins is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since the Mortal Instruments, which is a knockoff of the knockoff Hunger Games, of the knockoff Harry Potter, of the knockoff Twilight.
Oh, Jesus.
She was a good actress, though. Like back when they were trying to get all of these young adult novels to be the It Girls or whatever. They were just trying to replicate Harry Potter and the Hunger Games for like maybe 5-6 years. They did like the Maze Runner, Mortal Instruments, Ender's Game, all this garbage. What was the one with Shailene Woodley? The Faults in Our Stars? Defiance or
I don't know.
Deviant or
yeah.
They didn't finish the
Sounds
series.
right.
Like they did 2 of the 3 movies. Anyway.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So Lily Collins, amazing actress. I'm not afraid. Let me take that back. Lily Collins is an amazing actress. I'm sure as hell that we'll be seeing a lot more of her going forward. Patrick Warburton, hilarious. He's Joe in Family Guy, if you don't know that.
David Puddy on Seinfeld.
Puddy in Seinfeld, yep.
Yeah. He's got a lot of work. He's the captain before you get on Soaring Over California at Disneyland. Or Soaring Over, it's called Soaring Over the World now. But
he made a brief cameo in the Men in Black 2.
He's the Tick. We could go on and on. He's great.
Yeah. Anyway.
And Simon Pegg, who is a phenomenal actor. Mission Impossible. He's that weird
Coronado
alien
trilogy.
The fat guy in Star Wars Episode 7. And then the Shaun of the Dead series with Hot
Edgar
Fuzz
Wright,
and At World's
Frost.
End.
Did you already mention Mission Impossible movies?
Yeah, that was the first one I said.
Okay.
So anyway, all 3 of these actors, I went into this movie and I'm like, this is amazing. They're all amazing. And I never expected to see them in a movie together. And then I started watching this movie and it immediately hooked me. Let me tell you the beginning, because this girl, Patrick Warburton's her dad, and he's only in the beginning because he dies. And he's like a powerful man, like almost like a Bruce Wayne, Did I just say the name of Batman wrong?
You did. Bruce Wayne. No, you said it right.
You said Bruce Wayne. Yeah, you said Bruce Wayne.
So he's like almost kind of like, Bruce Wayne kind of guy. He dies. He leaves his inheritance to like a lawyer and somebody else and a politician and his daughter. And then his daughter, Lily Collins, the thing he left her is this underground bunker that's all creepy from like, it looks like a 1945 like World War II bunker. And
Jeez.
Simon Pegg's in there and he's been locked up down there for 30 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This sounds amazing.
That's what I said. The trailer looks kick-ass.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a mystery that unravels, and I just lifted you up about as high as I got, and then it very quickly unravels. And I don't want to ruin it for people who are still going to go watch it, because at the end of the day, it's a thriller, and all of the gravy on the mashed potatoes that is a thriller is at the end. So, but it's ultimately predictable, full of plot holes. Reminds me of like 1990s thrillers, which were amazing. But if you go back and watch them now, you're like, this is completely ridiculous. Like the one that I kept going back, like, David Fincher's The Game with,
right. Yeah.
oh my goodness, who is Wall Street? Gordon Gekko. Money. Gosh.
Shit.
His
Hank Pym.
Michael Douglas.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go.
My goodness, with the names. Remember that? Have you ever seen The Game with Michael Douglas? Hank Pym. That movie was like amazing at the time, and if you go back and watch it, it's still actually kind of entertaining. But just like the plot holes, it's just on these thrillers, like there's just always a nightmare. And so, and then, it's nice if the ending isn't predictable, which the end of this one kind of is. Once you get about like 15 minutes after she meets Simon Pegg, you're like, I know exactly how this is going to end.
Gross.
So it's ultimately a red light for me because it's such a disappointment. Like, I mean, if they carried out the fun and the entertainment, no fault of the actors, directing was good, everything's fine, just a lot of plot holes that will take you out of the movie along the way, and it'll
Now, do you think it was the writing or the editing that might have messed it all up for you?
it's the writing.
Okay.
It's the writing, like it normally is. I don't want to like shit on anybody, but everyone, Patrick Warburton, Simon Pegg, and Lily Collins did a fantastic job. And there's what's his name in it too? Connie Nielsen or no?
Yeah,
No,
Connie
that name
Nielsen.
sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah, Connie Nielsen's in it too.
She played the mom.
It's all bueno all the time, and the directing's good. And this is like the director's like first film. I think he did a lot of assistant directing.
Huh.
His name is
Von Stein.
Thank you, Tommy. His name is Von Stein. And so I think,
He directed Terminal, World War Z, second unit director. Sherlock Holmes. He was a miscellaneous crew.
He's a second unit director for a lot of those. He's a great director. All right, he's doing a great job. I hope they give him more work. I hope they give all these actors more work. Everything was great about it except the writing. If you can stand plot holes or like you just overlook them, then maybe this is a green light for you. But it's not for me. And I didn't like the ending so much. Like I'm a little cold on the ending.
Bummer.
Fair enough.
I like happy endings. Sorry. I'm a simpleton like that. But that's pretty much all I got for this.
It does have a 5.4 rating out of 10 on IMDb out of 1,700 votes.
Oh, there you go. Are there any tidbits for it?
There's 2 tidbits, but they're both pretty much the same thing. And it's about Simon Pegg having to undergo a grueling 6-month exercise routine to reach the required body shape described as very lean for the role of Morgan. He lost 12 kilograms of weight and got his body fat down to just 8%. And it took him a whole 6 months to do it.
Wow. Pretty
That's
healthy.
insane.
Shorter time than it would take me.
He has long hair.
I think that speaks for all of us.
Yeah.
He has long hair too. It's pretty interesting. But anyway,
Wow.
I think we
Might
could just
check it
wrap it up there on that melancholy note. Go watch Amadeus, I think, or what was it called? The Love Train?
The Lovebirds.
Lovebirds.
And y'all just, from me, have a good night and stay safe. I'll wrap this up. You guys
Stay home. Stay healthy.
Stay toasty. And also, please go to Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, all those fun places at movie_toast and get at us, guys. Give us likes, comments, reviews on iTunes and wherever you get this podcast. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Go to Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. We'd love you.
Oh,
for
please.
it.
Yeah. Give us a review.
Give us 2.5. Throw in a wrench.
Review our reviews.
Ooh, tell us if you agree or disagree on Twitter,
There you go.
Instagram.
Spank me in the asshole at Twitter.
Good night, everybody.